Rise and Guiders, my name is Tetsyumi, and welcome back to episode 13 of our Terraria 1.4 Calamity mod playthrough. And gamers, we are getting straight into it this episode because we have two major things that I want to accomplish in this episode. And the first of the two things is going to be, I want to take down the Brimstone Elemental, which is going to be the next boss in our progression here. Technically, we are already a little bit past it just because we've already done Skeletron Prime, and apparently Skeletron Prime, in progression at least, is supposed to be one step beyond the Brimstone Elemental, so hopefully the Brimstone Elemental won't be too terribly hard for us to take down. And then the next boss I want to take down is going to be the boss after that, which is going to be the Calamitas Clone. And the Calamitas Clone, to me at least, sort of indicates like the step beyond, you know, normal Terraria bosses, stuff like that, and really separates like beating bosses like Skeletron Prime into beating bosses all the way down here like Dragon Folly, which I think this is a new boss in Calamity. I don't think I've actually ever fought Dragon Folly, so I guess maybe this was a bad example. But bosses like the King Slime, like the Calamitas Clone, is just going to be so drastically different because obviously this is, you know, one of the major Calamity mod bosses there are. And wow, this is loud. Hold on. Jeez, I don't know why that is so incredibly loud. I gotta turn down my volume here. But as I was saying, this is basically what separates the Terraria bosses from the Calamity mod bosses, at least hopefully, or maybe not hopefully, because if it really does separate them, then the Calamitas Clone is probably going to be really, really hard. But you know what, I guess we'll see. But before we actually get started with all of that into this episode, there's one thing I want to do first, and it's going to be this up here. So as you can see, the Acid Rain gets a little change, I guess, post-Aquatic Scourge here, and apparently in the Acid Rain there's going to be this new little mini-boss enemy called the Cragmaw Mire. And again, this is completely new to me. I don't know what the Cragmaw Mire is, but it sounds like Quagmire. And Quagmire, as we all know, is funny Family Guy reference. So if there's a boss in the Calamity mod that is a Family Guy reference, I mean, come on, I gotta fight it. So that's what we're gonna do first. It shouldn't hopefully take too long. I'm just gonna check out the boss, mini-boss, I guess. And then we can pretty much just go straight into Brimstone Elemental, because honestly, our gear and our weapons and stuff should be pretty ready to take her on, especially since we have already defeated Skeletron Prime. Okay, so we should be right on top of the Aquatic Scourge biome, is it? I forgot what this biome's actually called. But here we are, so I think all we need to do is be in water, and then here we go, we can craft the Caustic Tier. So if we use this, then cool, yeah, Aquatic, the Toxic Downpour is now falling over the wasteland. And here's a little event thing, which is really small for some reason. I feel like that used to be a lot bigger. I don't know what changed. Maybe I can, like, change that in settings. But okay, already I see some new enemies, so this is pretty cool. I honestly don't think this is going to be too hard, but I guess we'll have to find out. So I suppose I'll fast forward through most of this because it's probably just going to be me clearing out a bunch of these squishy enemies, and then hopefully we can find Quagmire Family Guy. Oh damn. Okay, so it looks like we did not get a Cragmaw to spawn. So what is this? Spawns during Acid Rain after the Aquatic Scourge has been defeated. Yep, okay, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I guess we just got unlucky with the spawns. I'm gonna go ahead and try again, and also make the UI a little bit bigger for the progression bar. And I'll just bring you guys back in if we do manage to get a Cragmaw to spawn. Alright, so I have done this event a few times now, and I have not seen the Cragmaw spawn. So I went online and I looked at it a little bit, and from the wiki I found that it spawns on the sea floor somewhere down here, and unfortunately it looks nothing like our dear friend Quagmire from Family Guy. It's just like a regular sulfuric sea enemy, and it spawns somewhere down here, like somewhere on the ocean. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so it's over there. Okay, cool. Now that it's spawned in, can I actually go back up to the surface though, or will it despawn? Okay, no, it's here. So it looks like it has a similar AI to the the clam in the, what is it called? In the ocean thing. You know what I mean? I'm doing a really bad job of articulating myself here. Where did this thing go? Did it just left again? Okay. I'm really not sure. I don't want to stay down in the actual sea too long because I don't want to get poisoned or start drowning. But I think I might just have to bite the bullet. Honestly, I think we probably need some diving gear and stuff even in order to fight this boss. So, I guess who knows if this is going to really happen. But I'll try right now. And if we really just can't end up doing anything to this boss, then I think we'll just call it a day here and go do our actual... He's so annoying. He keeps spawning, like, right below me here. But there's a trench, and he's going to just start falling down now, isn't it? Yeah, look, he just gonna... Oh, wait, no, he's back. Okay, cool, he's back. Let's go ahead and hit him with this. Do I have any heals I can throw on? Because I'm about to drown. Probably not. Looks like I'm just about to die. Yeah, okay. You know what? Fair enough. I feel like with actual diving gear, you know, we can probably live and beat that guy, but he's only a mini-boss, so I think, honestly, let's just go ahead and ignore him. I thought it might be funny if he was, like, some kind of weird Family Guy reference, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We can actually get on with what I wanted to do this episode, which was go ahead and defeat the Brimstone Elemental. So let's go down into hell, and let's get what we need to do that. Okay, so here we are in, this biome. I actually don't know what this biome is called. I guess, like, the charred biome or something. But basically the only thing we need from here is we need to craft ourselves the charred idol, which lets us spawn the Brimstone Elemental. And I think the only thing we don't have is these unholy cores. And we can make them by getting Hellstone, which we have, and these infernal suvites, which is just an ore down here, which I guess maybe, is it like this ore? No, that's just Hellstone. Is it, I guess, whatever this is? This looks a bit different. It is. Okay, so I can go ahead and extract all of this. Or not. Okay, so I can't use the Extractinator mod and get all that, but you know what, that's fine. And we're back. So I went and crafted the charred idol. I got myself a few potions, and I mean, I think we're just kind of ready to take this boss on. I don't know how hard this is going to be. I remember this boss back when I played Calamity a few years ago, and it wasn't terribly hard. But I know that this boss is more like a bullet hell boss, so maybe it'll be a little bit harder just because Calamity's been updated a lot, but I guess let's just go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and spawn her in, and here she is. Looks like she's going to start teleporting. That's all well and good. Maybe I don't need my mini-map on then. I think I probably don't. Is she just going to kind of come at me in a straight line, maybe in just this first phase or something? I mean, I'm all for it. It just lets me build up my, my adrenaline here. Looks like she's kind of forcing me to turn around now, which is fine. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is fine so far. I'm about to get my adrenaline. Here we go. Let's go ahead and pop that off. Why can't I press the button? Oh, wait, do I not have... No, I just can't hit the button for some reason? Oh, okay, there we go. That was weird. But I can also go ahead and throw on my rage too, and oh, okay, that's new, I think. Is it new? Actually, I don't know. I'll be honest, guys, I don't remember every single move this boss used to have, but that was cool. She barricaded herself a little bit and then just shot, like, skulls at me, it looked like. Okay, I'm all for it. Oh, my first hit of the boss fight there. Hopefully my last, too, because so far this boss is not too terribly hard, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, damn! I didn't even see that. Okay, so after I said that she wasn't too hard, she got a little harder. Pause. But I still do think we have that boss fight in the bag. I think I just got a little bit too far away from her, so I couldn't really see when she was going to telegraph her attacks. But I think we do for sure have that. So let's go ahead and go into, hopefully, one more attempt and see if we can take her down this time. Okay, you know what? Another really solid attempt. We got her down to like, what, 36% around there that time? That was really good. I am honestly enjoying this fight a lot. She really ramps up in difficulty towards the end, but I do still think that we absolutely have it in the bag. Hopefully this attempt. Let's not jinx ourselves, though. Let's just go into it. Hey, and there we go. Brimstone Elemental was defeated. Now, I do have to say, there were technically 2 attempts in there that I didn't include. One of the attempts, I just got... I got bombarded at the very start. I spawned her in. She instantly hit me like twice, and I gave up. I quit to title just to despawn her, and then I tried again. And then the next attempt, I got, you know, decently close, but pretty much the same as in the last other attempt, not winning attempt, so I just didn't show it. But there we go. Yeah, all in all, it was a very great fight. I really enjoyed it. The main thing that really got me, that killed me a lot of the time, was during her end sequence, when maybe she was about like 40-30% health or so, she would start firing this laser, and the laser would like predict your movements, and it would try and fire in front of you. And I figured out a really good strat to avoid that was if you go under her, she'll basically fire it down, and then you can either just dash to one or the other side of her and really, like, completely avoid it. Because also that laser will spawn in a bunch of, like, homing, I don't know, projectiles, and the less the laser travels before hitting a block, the less projectiles it'll spawn, so that just helped a lot with the fight. But all in all, that was very, very fun. So what did we actually get? We got Brimstone Elemental. Whispers from on high, dance in your ears. Press left shift to listen closer. Okay. Oh. Okay, cool. So it's, I guess if you don't want your inventory to be cluttered with a bunch of text, now you can just press left shift and... Okay, that's pretty cool. So, Brimstone Elemental, a peculiar being. Until recently, she had laid dormant for ages, posing as the city's silent matron. As its economy boomed, traces of Brimstone found their way all across the known world. It was never clear why her slumber ended, I can't speak. At first, she stirred. The people were cautiously optimistic. When she woke, it was horrific. Her inferno billowed through the streets. None were safe. Fate had a sick sense of humor that day, for Calamitas was there to match her. Perhaps the two were attuned somehow. They fought to a standstill, fire against fire. Neither were victorious, and despite her intentions, the city was razed by her flames. Oh, damn, okay, so it sounds like, you know, the Brimstone Elemental here, she was a good guy. She was helping the city with I don't know what, like, cautiously optimistic, she did something to make the economy boom, I guess, I don't know. And then the Calamitas Clone, or I guess Calamitas over here, came in and was like, don't do that, and then they fought, and then, because, you know, she's a fire elemental, she kind of burned the whole city. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, a little bit of lore there, I'm into it. And now we have Azafir, Azafir, I don't know, but the same thing. Oft called the First City, its tumultuous history stretches back to the Draken era. I can't speak again. An odd jewel of civilization. The immense heat of the underworld provided it unlimited potential in defense and industry. Such was the renown of the Forge Masters that when I swayed. Oh my god, this is so hard to read. That when I swayed them to my cause, I was never lacking for arms. It pains me to say, even in hindsight, but their artistry paved the downfall of the entire city. For the witch and I, the air here will forever be laden with regret. There is nothing to be done. Wow, that was a lot to read. I guess more lore about the city there. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get to the main attraction. 3, 2, 1, bam. Let's see what we got. So first off, we got Deadly Seething Discharge. Fires a barrage of Brimstone Blasts. Ooh, okay, nice. I like that. I like that. I wonder if those home in at all. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's also turn off these guys. Let's see. Do they home in? They do not. They do not. Unfortunately, that'd be really cool if they homed in. Maybe a little bit overpowered, though, if I'm being honest. Next up, we have Hellborn. So this is a ranged weapon. Converts musket balls into explosive bullets. Enemies that touch the gun while it's being fired trigger a massive explosion. After the explosion, the gun gains a massive boost to damage, fire rate, and knockback. The stats slowly decay over time. Does extra damage to enemies shot at point-blank range, like most Calamity weapons. Very cool. So, okay. It's firing little Hellstone blast there. Very loud. Now, if I hit the enemy, yeah, there was the explosion, and now I guess it's just doing more damage now? Very cool. Very cool. Next up, we got Gehenna, which this is just an equipable thing. Drops brimstone fireballs from the sky occasionally. And this also, I know, combines into a really good accessory, the Void of Extinction here, which, because we need these Scoria bars, it's still pretty far away, but that is very good to know. We got this camouflaged flame-licked shell. Enemies take damage when they hit you. You move faster and lose 18 defense for 3 seconds if you take damage. Temporary immunity to lava. Grants immunity to armor crunch. Okay. And this does 36 defense. This is really good. I feel like I want to swap this in for maybe my stinger necklace? Maybe? Maybe my frozen shell. Actually, you know what? Yeah, my frozen shell. My frozen shell is basically doing nothing but providing me defense anyway. And then we got the Charred Relic. Contains a small amount of brimstone. Dev item. I'm guessing this is a little pet, right? Yeah, okay. It's the little, like, baby Brim, or, like, I don't know, molten little guy that the Brimstone Elemental had as one of her minions. Alright, cool. I guess I'll keep this little guy on for a little bit. And there we go. So now, with that out of the way, go ahead and check that off the to-do list. Next up, we have the Calamitas Clone. And the Calamitas Clone, I think we have everything we need to craft right now. We just need the Eye of Desolation, which, let's see. Yeah, it's only just 7 Essence of Havoc, so we definitely have enough to make that. Eye of, and let's go over here. There we go, perfect. Eye of Desolation. So this fight, I remember from, you know, my first Calamity mod series, is truly bullet hell. It's basically like the twins, kind of. So what it is it's just the main boss. It's the it's the Calamitas Clone. But then she has these 2, or maybe it's 3, I think it's 2 minions that come in, and they're like more melee guys, so they try and rush at you and like eat you or whatever. And there's just gonna be a ton of lasers and stuff. So for this, I might want to get a gravitation potion, just so I can really easily, you know, fly around the world and stuff to avoid her. But I guess for now, I'll try fighting her just on this bridge that we made in, I think, the last episode. And I guess with that, we can just see if we can take down the Calamitas Clone. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, here we are. And honestly, I think we're just ready to give it our first attempt. So I grabbed myself a Hunter Potion and a Danger Sense Potion, which will hopefully help me see all of her attacks a bit better. And also, I think doing it at night probably is a better idea, just so I can see the lasers that I'm pretty sure she's going to fire at me. But with all that being said, I guess let's just go ahead and start the fight. And, oh, looks like she just makes the background dark anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But, yeah, here we go. Wow, already this music is amazing. God damn. I noticed the music for the Brimstone Elemental fight was really good, too, so I'll probably have that playing in the background of that fight. But, yo, dude, I love the Calamitas theme. Yeah, the Calamitas theme, I said that right. It's so amazing. Especially the Supreme Calamitas, too. It's, oh, God. The music by, I think DM Daruko, is that his name? I think he composed this track. and he composes a lot of the Calamity mod tracks, and they are just amazing. But I got myself Adrenaline here. Let's go ahead and pop this. Do a decent amount of damage here. There we go. Nice. Okay, so far this first phase here, really easy. I assume maybe once we get to around 60 to 50 health, she's gonna probably pop into like her second phase or summon some minions or something like that. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, she did an explosion. Yeah, and there we go. Okay, yeah, so there is, a minion? Is that just... No, that's just her. Oh, so this is just a bullet hell segment. Cool. Okay, this is very reminiscent of the Supreme Calamitas fight, which was the final fight of the old Calamity mod. But okay, that was very cool. And you can see she's firing the same kind of skull things that the Brimstone Elemental was firing at me. Very cool. Love this fight so far. I think these new changes are really nice. Alright, I feel like I'm having kind of a hard time hitting her with my melee stuff, so I'm going to really quickly, and hopefully without dying, switch over to this weapon, and hopefully I should be able to hit her a lot more consistently now. But with that being said, my health is super low, and I doubt I'm going to get a heal off in time. Actually, no, I will. But even still, my health is very low, so I'm probably going to end up dying in this attempt anyway. But you know what? More than halfway down, so pretty good for my first attempt. And there, okay, yeah, there we go. Here are the I guess the Cataclysm and Catastrophe, her little minion guys that she spawns in. Very cool. I am not gonna be able to outrun these guys, am I? They are very, very fast. Wow. And yeah, there we go. I got got absolutely sniped by Calamitas there. But okay, good fight. Yeah, very good fight. I think next time I'll probably just stick with using the melee set throughout the whole thing. I think I'll be able to consistently hit her a bit better. But I think with that's probably the only really thing I would change. I just gotta keep getting further in the fight and practicing. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and go in it again. Oh, damn it. Of course I get caught on the floating island. But you know what? That was still a really, really good attempt. I feel like that first phase, like, I was moving. I was moving around Calamitas, the Calamitas Clone. So let's go ahead and go into it a few more times, and hopefully we can actually take it down. I'm honestly getting pretty confident. And also, I should mention, I took off this thing because I realized it did 35% decreased movement speed, which I feel like for this fight in particular is not very beneficial. So instead I swapped it out for this rare element in a bottle, which gives me a little bit of healing. I hate floating islands so much. That was actually like a god run. Oh my god. Oh, I hate floating islands. Floating islands can suck my balls. god! Are you kidding me? She had She had 7 health left. Oh my god, 7% health left. Not like, you guys, you know what I mean. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna have to call it. I'm gonna have to call it there. I'm sorry that I couldn't end up beating the boss this episode, but in all honesty, alright, I'm gonna say it. The Calamitas Clone is just a little bit harder than I remembered. Really, her phases aren't that bad. It's the phase after you defeat her 2 minions, brothers, whatever they are. She gets super crazy fast, and every hit she does like more than half my health. So basically, I just have to no-hit her for that entire last phase of the fight, which is very hard to do, but I got very, very close. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today for this episode. So with all that being said, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you really liked it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like and do all that stuff. And tune in for next episode where we hopefully, well, not hopefully, we should take down the Calamitas Clone. And then just do more bosses, really. I mean, the Calamitas Clone, I think, upgrades, like, allows us to upgrade our gear a little bit. But, I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, with all that being said, like and subscribe, do all that stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.